Let's bring in our political editor, Mark Maxwell, who has been talking to legal experts and prosecutors tonight. So what is the likelihood that the former president faces prison time?
That's a lot more likely today than it was yesterday, but here's what we know about that process. Sentencing is set for July 11, just 4 days before the GOP nominates a candidate for president at the Republican National Convention. Sentencing has to happen first before Trump's legal team can appeal. They've signaled they're already going to rush that appeal. Even if he's sentenced to prison, something they think is unlikely, they're very likely to angle for appeal bond, which means Trump could post that bond and wait for an appellate court to review all of this. That scenario could set the stage for Mr. Trump to accept the GOP nomination for president while facing a prison sentence hanging over his head.
Okay, so those are the legal ramifications. What about political ramifications?
Yeah, Republican delegates may feel some pressure to try and reconsider their choices, but even among those conversations, you start to see some valid concerns take shape. Take Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. He tweets today, quote, "I'll use every legal tool available to ensure Missourians are not deprived of their right to vote for a presidential candidate." Well, that implies Trump's ballot access could be in jeopardy. Why? When the Supreme Court said states can't kick Trump off the ballot earlier, that was over interpretations of insurrection where there was no conviction at a lower court. This is over a felony conviction. The Supreme Court hasn't considered this question, not in this way, so it's possible Trump's ballot access challenges are just now beginning.
All right, so let's talk about the power of a presidential pardon. How far can it really go? And can a president pardon himself?
Yes and no. Here's what we know. Yes on federal crimes, no on state crimes, at least for now. We talked to our legal analyst, Andrews Walker. He says unless the Supreme Court takes up a drastic question to expand presidential pardon powers, you could see a presidential nominee, indeed even a president-elect, behind bars and with no legal recourse to pardon himself. That would rely on a prison sentence. Trump's team sees that's unlikely. And it would be upheld on appeal at the Supreme Court. They also think that's unlikely. Still, this historic, truly unprecedented story, not over yet.
Mark Maxwell, thank you very much. Again, Donald Trump will be sentenced on July 11th. We'll continue to follow this breaking story on air on KSTK.com and on the 5 on Your Side app.